know we just met, but I kind of want you to like me too much. Today, we're going to talk about the truth about becoming a full time artist without a plan. If you're new here, I'm Luna. I am a mixed media artist, creative, and your friendly neighborhood silly goose who just wants you to drink more water. You might be wondering, Luna, why do I need to know this? The truth is this is what I'm doing currently, and I just want to be transparent and I kind of want to show a full picture to this story that I am putting out into the internet. This is your BTS behind the scenes. Truth number one, learning how to market yourself and put yourself out there before you have it all figured out is kind of complex. And you have to find a balance between showing up in a way that feels good for you and actually putting on a show. I have realized that like I said in the beginning of the video, sometimes I want you to like me too much, and that starts to get in my head. And I have to take a few steps back and remember why I'm doing this in the first place. And that's just to have fun, to make a career for myself, doing something that I've always wanted to do my entire life since I was 4 years old, or even before then, who knows? It becomes complex because I'm pretty much showing up as I learn, as I grow, as I try new things. I don't really have a niche yet. I don't even know if I want to have a niche. I am just exploring and growing right alongside all of you to witness. And it's beautiful and fun and scary and all of the things in between. And also, it's not so serious. Sometimes I feel like it is, though. There's also a temptation that I have to resist to cater to the algorithm or this like social media obsession, because to be honest, I'm not a trend follower, and it's really hard for me to even find trends that I personally resonate with. And so, hopping on the bandwagon, it's never really been my thing. And so I can't let trends and expectations and what will perform get in my head. And you shouldn't either. This goes for if you're an artist or if you're just out here trying to make it in this world. It doesn't matter what the majority wants you to do. It really matters what's inside and what you want to do with your life, because it's your life. You have to make it worth living, right? Truth number two is learning how to make money as an artist has been a lot of trial, error, boundary setting, figuring out what I want, figuring out what feels good, all kinds of stuff. For the first couple of months, I have been kind of just like experimenting, throwing spaghetti at the wall, seeing what sticks, seeing what I like. I haven't had a real strategy, and the main reason for that is it's hard to have a strategy for nothing. All of this is just coming from my brain, and so learning what I even want to do is a part of the strategy. It's coming to a point where I need to figure out how to kind of narrow in without niching down or holding myself back. And so I've decided that I'm going to try doing a big shop update on releasing a bunch of spooky things all at one time to see how that goes. I'm trying to do all of this learning in a way that's not like sucking my soul or causing burnout again. And so I've actually noticed how healing this process has been. Before we get into more, I wanted to share the date for my shop update is going to be August 15th, and I'm going to have some spooky things out. It is so exciting to start to get into my favorite time of the year, which is spooky season. It's always spooky season in my house. So I'm really excited, and let's get back to the video. Truth number 3 is balancing my huge dreams with reality of the current situation. One thing that I've learned over time, though, is no one's just going to hand you your dream life. You have to create the life that you want to live. So, with that, it's important to dream big and don't hold yourself back in what you want in your life. And at the same time, keep in mind what your current situation is and figure out how to take small steps every day towards those big dreams. It doesn't happen overnight. And another thing is being open to opportunity. Don't let yourself put your blinders on and hide away from different opportunities that may not seem like they would lead to anything just because it doesn't look like the vision in your head of what your dreams becoming reality looks like. The thing is that we take stepping stones to the final destination, and the things along the journey are just as important as reaching those goals. Truth number 4 is probably the hardest one for me to grasp, and that's minding the skill gap. I know that my skill level just does not match my taste. And you're like, you probably might look at my art and you might think, well, you have kind of a messy style. But the thing is, I love the messy style. And then I see other people doing it so much better than me. And I'm like, ooh, I'm comparing myself again. And that's not the point of this either. The thing is you can be amazing at art, and it doesn't take away from my art and my worth and anything about me. We can both be on our own journeys, and it's beautiful and it's to be admired, and people can love us both equally or differently. It doesn't matter. I'm taking classes on color theory and composition and other things like that, while at the same time I'm not letting where I'm at with my skill level and my art hold me back from posting things to be purchased. I'm still making products. I'm trying to price them accordingly, but I'm putting myself out there every chance that I can get, and I'm not letting where I'm at hold me back, because one day I am going to look back and see how much I pushed through the insecurities that I had and just had fun expressing myself. And it's just blown me away seeing how many people who have actually supported me over the past couple of months. If I would have let my little mind goblins tell me to stop putting myself out there or not even do it at all, then I would have been mean to myself and not have known that people like to see where I'm at and they like to be on the journey with me. One thing that helps me overcome the fear of failure, though, is to give myself time to just play. Give myself the permission that I can always get a new piece of paper. Pushing through the ugly stages is so important, because you never know what's going to be the outcome, and you can always redo that art piece and you might do it better. You might not do it better. I have plenty of examples of not doing it better, but it's all in the practice and it adds up over time. The quantity of your work actually matters in getting to where you want to go, because it allows you to gain skills faster. And if you just obsess over little tiny details and then you just keep putting it off and you don't put yourself out there, then you'll never know if you'll get better, because you've just obsessed over one piece. I keep telling myself, get it out into the world and you can make it better later. And friends, my last truth that I want to share with you is that the rules are made up. All of them are. Somebody made them up. and I talk about breaking the rules and being a rule breaker and things like that. But sometimes I'm focusing more on the rules that society puts on us, and I forget that, at least me personally, I put a lot of rules on how I should be, how I should show up, what I should do on myself. I put those rules on myself. I make it all up. And it really grinds my gears, okay? Stop making life harder on yourself. I hope I watch this video later so I can get this reminder again and again and again. Also, just remember you can change your mind when you have new information or when the made up rules that you're following aren't working for you. Try new ones. It's okay to experiment and have a good time. We're all figuring things out together, and you're not for everybody, and the people that want to support you will be there for you, and sometimes people will grow and move on, and that's okay. I want to close out this video by reading a quote that I recently heard from Adam Savage from Mythbusters, if you haven't ever watched it. And that is, the people we love can sometimes inhibit our growth by not being able to see its possibility in us. And it really resonated whenever I heard that, because the thing is people have a perception of who you are in their mind, but the thing is they're not always thinking of you. They're not clocking all of the ways that you're growing and learning as a human. They have an outdated picture of who you are in your mind, and sometimes people can hold us back because they don't see the possibilities. They don't think that they could do it, and so they put those things on us. And so I just want to leave you with this piece of encouragement that it's okay if the people that you love most aren't supporting you in the ways that you feel like you would want, because there's so many people out there in this world who can see this new version of you, and one day your loved ones will likely catch up to the idea that you're a full-time artist, and they might support you or they might not, and that's totally okay. So with that, if you like this video, go ahead and let me know by hitting that like button. I would love to chat with you in the comments on any truths that stuck out to you. Or if you have any of your own truths that you want to share, I would love to hear it. I've been just craving that art community lately, and so I would love to chat in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week on Tuesday. Bye!